Hey everybody, welcome to a bonus draft stream. Dominaria draft just went online. There's literally only 141 people playing at the moment. It goes up in fact, I believe. I can't see my clock. I think in 1 minute from now it technically goes up. But we're going to join this, and this is going to be a sponsored draft because there wasn't enough Spiky Saturdays this month. This is going to be Jan's sponsored draft, which means Jan will get every single card that we draft here, including probably just Zahid. Zahid's really good. I got to play with him in the pre-release, and man, if you can get this out on 4, it is massively difficult to deal with, and even on 6, it's still Mahamodi Jin, which is fine. On Sarah's Wings is pretty darn good, also first pickable. Ditto for Blink of an Eye in a very weak pack. Spore Swarm I could arguably see as being first pickable. Fungal Infection in a weak pack again. But yeah, I think the pick order here is kind of Zahid, Sarah's Wings, and then I think you can kind of pick what you want out of these 3 here. But we're definitely going to go for Zahid for our first draft and start looking for some artifacts, start looking for some blue flyers, and see what we can do here. See what we can do. I'm also recording this very dangerously close to a work meeting. I'm actually taking a break from work to do YouTube work, and we need to finish by 2:30. What do we get? What do we get? We don't get much. First Eruption. I don't like it. I think it's sideboard only. I don't think it's first pickable. It's much more middle of the pack. Blue, we don't have much going. We've got Sage of Latnam, so we could actually try to really get into some sort of historic artifacts deck. Wizard's Retort I don't think is a high pick. Artificer's Assistant is okay. I don't really care about any of that. Yavimaya Sapherd's probably the best card in this pack. This is not the best pack. It's got some synergy-ish stuff, but it's not the best. So I think we might just take Sage and really push into a bit of an artifact deck. We maybe get the Partic Wanderer back, although this pack is so bad that maybe we don't. But yeah, we'll take a Sage of Latnam and really try to go deep on this. Let's see if it actually works out or not. Well, we have artifacts that we could take that aren't the best. Skittering Surveyor's fine. I don't super want to go 3 colors in a draft, though. Rada probably should have been picked by now, but she's pretty far off of what we're doing. Warcry Phoenix isn't that great. Ancient Animus, probably the best. Fiery Intervention, probably the best not Rada card here. I feel like the person to our right is definitely going to go into red, so we could actually take Cabal Paladin, which would work very well with the artifact plan. We can really try to go deep on this Historic Matters thing. We push the person on our right. We push 3 people on our right into red-green. Yeah, let's go deep on Historic. Let's grab a Cabal Paladin. We are going to need to get those artifacts, though, at some point. This pack, we get a Divination. We get a Deathbloom Thallid. Deathbloom Thallid, probably just better. Bad. I mean, not bad, but late pick. Late pick. Mid to late pick. Late pick. Late pick. White. Probably not willing to say it's open, but it's slightly open. Getting a 4th pick Triumph of Gerard, I think. Blue-red, I don't really want to go into Wizards. I don't think it's... Even in draft, I think it's going to be a really difficult thing to pull off. So I think we might just grab the black here and really try to push into blue-black. That can get us Eviscerates and Fungal Infections and the removal that we need. Blue can get us the bounce, and then we can pick up those artifacts at some point. I hope. So Deathbloom Thallid in. We get a Syncopate, Divination, Stronghold Confessor. Kind of the picks for us. White, definitely looking a bit open with this Sanctum Spirit here. But I mean, Zahid is tiers and tiers and tiers above Sanctum Spirit. So, you know, I think the correct super competitive pick is to grab this and start pushing into white, and then maybe throw away blue or throw away black. But I want this power. I want this power to work. So I'm thinking I might just be on the Divination here. Am I? Am I on the Syncopate? Is the first Syncopate better than the first Divination? We can get those Divinations back. Let's take the first Syncopate. We get a black land. Homerid Explorer I don't super care about. This is a bad pack. There's a lot of white, and it's all about where you would start to pick this stuff anyways, or just never pick it in the case of Healing Grace. So I think we'll just take this Memorial to Folly. It'll let us get back Zahid if he dies, or Deathbloom Thallid to recur it one more time. So yeah, Memorial's fine. Hey, artifacts. Artifacts everywhere. Navigator's Compass, a card that I will defend as not literally unplayable. It's not that much better, and you do need to be 3, preferably 4 colors, but in those, it's good. It does actual legitimate work. Fight me, IRL. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with Urza's Tome here. Lets us throw stuff away. It's historic for Zahid. It's historic for Cabal. If we desperately want to draw a card instead of paying for it, we can sack it to the Sage. This is all fine by me. All fine by me. In you go. Relic Runner goes in this deck. So does Short Sword, but I think we can get a Short Sword whenever we want. Arcane Flight, I'm not a big fan of Arcane Flight. Let's take Relic Runner. Stronghold Confessor is fine. We never want to cast it for 1. We always want to cast it for 4. And at that point, it becomes fine. Nothing much higher than fine. We've got a sideboard, Invoke the Divine. I don't think you play main deck Naturalize. There's such a narrow window to hit the sagas, and the artifacts that you care about that are scary are rare. So I'm not sold on it. Partic Wanderer we could take. We could also take a Blessing of Bells and Lock. I don't know that we, as much as we need historic, I don't know that we want Partic Wanderers, and I think we can get one in the next 2 packs. Blessing of Bells and Lock will play just because, you know, getting lifelink on that or even just saving something is pretty decent. So let's take the first combat trick over the first Partic Wanderer. Ether Glider. It's historic for historic matters. It's a bit aggressive, and I think it might look like we're going to be a bit janky and dirtily here, but I think we actually do want to be kind of aggressive, like hit him for 2, hit him for 2, hit him for 4, hit him for 4, oops, Zahid, you're dead. So I'm slightly more on this Glider than I am on the Retort. So let's take the Glider. Urza's Tome is not a 3-drop. Why did I put it there? None of this is us, so boop. None of this is us, so boop. Homerid Explorer, we super don't want to play. And a Swamp, sure. Alright, pack 1 went okay. We've got a theme, we've got an idea. Seems fine-ish. What do we really want? What are the blue mythics? Can't even think of them offhand. Hey! We could splash for Joyra. You bet we could splash for Joyra. And maybe we play a Navigator's Compass for it. We'd strongly prefer to play a Skittering Surveyor for it, of course. We actually get this Relic Runner back, I think. We don't get the Deep Freeze back, but that's okay. Eldest Reborn is nice and triggers Heroic. That's actually tough. I think we do just take Joyra. In fact, Joyra might even be worth a little bit of money. Yeah, you know what? It's our first time doing this. Let's take Joyra. Could we actually cut black? Cabal Paladin's the only reason we're here right now, right? So if red really shows up, we could definitely shift over into red. I wouldn't feel too upset about that. And I fully expect that Relic Runner to come back. So let's take Joyra here. Let's keep an eye on red. The blue-red historic artifacts deck, which people told me doesn't exist. I think it barely exists. Let's check Joyra's price. Joyra, Weatherlight Captain, is a whopping $1. $1.65. This pack, we get Torgar if we want to stay black. We get Garbage for red. And we get Academy Drake that will 100% play in blue. 100% will play that. I think I'd rather take this than Torgar. I'm not sold on Torgar. I'm super not sold on Torgar. Yeah, it's awesome if you play it for like 2 or 4 sometimes. Just gets chump blocked forever. I think we just want a flyer. Flyers are big in this format. Jousting Lance won't come back because people pick that way too highly. But we'll take that Academy Drake. Daring Excavator. Whenever you cast a historic spell, target player puts stop. We're not milling historic. So we could take the Flame of Keld. Triggers Joyra. Triggers Relic Runner. I guess it doesn't trigger Zahid. Triggers Cabal Paladin, but we're going to get out of black if we do that. No reason to stick into black for these cards. I don't want that. I don't want that. That's fine. I think we continue pushing into red and we say goodbye to black here. Joyra's Familiar, totally what we want, but there is an Academy Journey Mage, and that's just so much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get 4 cards back here. We get the Glider, we get the Wall, we get the Land, and we get probably the Lava Runner, so we do get at least an artifact back, I think. But we definitely take the Academy Journey Mage. It's just super, super, super good. In you go. We get an Opt, we get a Divination. We could just take another Flame of Keld. I mostly want it for step 2, and to trigger Historic is kind of the big problem here. Guess it's a slight nombo with Joyra. You cast this, you draw a card, you discard your hand. It's either that, Opt, or Divination. Maybe we just take the first Divination here. Yeah, let's take a Divination. Short Sword. Short Sword. There's a Relic Runner. I think we are going to get that other one back, though. So I think I'm happy with the Short Sword here, just to help get Zahid for cheap, trigger that, etc. So let's take that Shortest of Swords, as historic as it is. Follow that up with not much. Coldwater Snapper doesn't do much right now. Opt is okay. I know people hate it. I think it's okay. Tolarian Scholar doesn't really do anything. We don't have Wizard's Tribal going around. Hammered Explorer is bad. We've already cut one. Fervent Strike doesn't really keep me into red. Wizard's Fury, ditto. I guess we're just on Opt here. We're just on Opt. Which, if we end up 3 colors, maybe we have to do that. Arcane Flight. We got the Amaranthine Wall. If we are going to go 4 colors, maybe we need a wall. And again, Historic helps out with Historics. I don't think it's the best choice, but I think it's the choice we might make here. This isn't going to be the best deck, but it's going to be a fun deck. And I'm having fun with Dominaria. Super, super fun with Dominaria. Yeah, we've literally taken no black picks this pack. So I'm probably going to be fine just saying goodbye to it. Let's take that wall. There's the runner. We've got an Artificer's Assistant as well, which is decent. They're both commons. Was this our pack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, that is math. So this is the Relic Runner that I was pretty certain we were getting back. Brrg. Yeah, let's take it. I do want an Artificer's Assistant at some point. Hey, Jousting Lance came back. We will play that. We will play it. Not much. We could take a Daring Excavator, but we're not milling anybody 2 cards at a time. We're also certainly not playing Slinvoda, so, you know. But we've almost got a deck at 23, so at least pack 3 we get to really kind of... Do we mill people 4 cards at a time? I still strongly doubt it. Still strongly doubt it. We might just be a run-amok deck, though, with flyers, flyers, flyers. So we'll take a run-amok here, and let's cut that Excavator. Unwind, I'd strongly prefer not to play that. Sarah Disciple, sure. And a Forest. Alright, so I think the plan is just cut black. It's just not doing anything for us. that Cabal Paladin's like the best part of it, and we probably don't even play it. But I'm okay with how things are going. I'm okay with this. Karn's Temporal Sundering, I still don't think is a good card. Is it worth anything? Should we be taking it for that regards? Karn's Temporal Sundering. 16 cents. 16 cents. Not what I want. I don't want to bounce something. I don't want to take an extra turn. I don't want to only cast it if I have one of my 2 legendaries down. So we've got a Sorcerer's Wand. We've got a Fiery Intervention. I think we just take that because we can get Sorcerer's Wand back around on the wheel, I would almost guarantee. And I would actually play it. I would actually play it in this deck, I think. There's some decent black all of a sudden, but I do believe we're off that train entirely. Power Stone Shard, I'd probably begrudgingly play in this deck. Yeah, there's some good black in this pack. Yeah, I think we take the Fiery Intervention, and I think we wheel the Sorcerer's Wand, is the plan. So, Intervention, in you go. Academy Drake is fantastic. There's the Skittering Surveyor, but I don't think we probably don't even play the Paladin. So, I think I'm fine taking another Drake here. Yep, totally fine. We could have gone real deep on those. There's Guardians as well that could come back, but let's take the Drake. Not much. Well, Skizzic's fine. Skizzic is fine. Voldalian Arcanist. We're casting Run Amok, Divination, Fire Intervention. Not enough is what we're casting, so we will take Skizzic's here for sure. Skizzic's in, and we'll want to cast that as a 5-drop. Oh, I want to pack one, pick one this so bad at some point, someday. We probably just have to go Keldon Overseer here. So you get the artifacts. They become base 5/5. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. That's not enough artifacts, is it? I want to do it though. I really want to do it. It's historic too. Oh, it's too late to really do it, but I want to. You guys should talk me out of this, but you're in the future. You're in the future. The correct pick is the Overseer. The correct pick is the Overseer. The correct pick is the Overseer. Oops. And of course we get a Skittering Surveyor, which I now super want, in a pack with some picks. In a pack with some picks. Jeez, okay. I just want this entire pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get 3 cards back. Swamp. Gaia's Protector. Sage. Oh, we get almost all these cards back. All of these are the correct pick. All of them. It's probably just Goblin Barrage. Man, that's rough. We get Adeliz, who appears to be the only pick. Yeah, Adeliz is fine. She's historic. She works with Journey Mage. Or wait, no. Wizards you control. Oh yeah, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine. Cabal Paladin's got to go. We're not splashing the black. As much as that would certainly work in this deck. Short Sword number 2 is probably better than this counterspell. And what do we cut for it? Do we cut Run Amok? We cut Run Amok because we've only got 12 creatures, right? We're doing other shenanigans is what we're doing. That is what we're doing. So I guess the wall still can't attack, right? Artifacts you control become artifact creatures with bait. Yeah, so it would still have Defender, unfortunately. Yeah, let's take another Short Sword. Take a Short Sword, cut something. We get a Shield of the Realm. Partic Wanderer. At this point, we might be a Partic Wanderer deck, right? Or are we just the shield deck? So let's cut that run amok. We're not playing it. And what else do we cut? Do we cut Divination? We might cut Divination. If we're going to play Partic Wanderer. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts. Partic or Shield, Partic or Shield, Partic or Shield. Let's take the Shield, actually. Power Stone Shard. That's fine. That's fine. Guardians of Koilos. I'll play those. I will certainly play those. Alright, we're going to have to make a bunch of cuts here. Voldalen Arcanist. I, at this point, still don't think we play it. Opt, sure. Yeah, nothing but blue back, eh? We get another Sage, which could make it. And we get a Rescue. Alright. Cuts aplenty for this janky pile of stuff. Janky pile of stuff. What time is it? My clock is nowhere to be seen because my taskbar is hidden. It is 1:22. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So, what gets the cut? It's probably the wall, even though it's an artifact and somewhat part of our plans. But it is probably the wall. It is probably the Divination. But then what? It's probably the Opt. And we still have to make another cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artifacts. Pretty good. Pretty good. The equipment's looking pretty bad with 13 creatures. So I think we probably cut, like... What's the equip cost for Lance? 3? 3 and 1. We probably cut a Lance. So it takes a historic away, it takes an artifact away, it takes an artifact away, it takes an artifact away. But there's no way I'm cutting Relic Runners. There's no way I'm cutting... Maybe I do just cut a Sage. Flame is historic. Although what is historic matters? Historic matters is Joyra. Guardians bring it back. And that's it. So actually Flame really doesn't matter here. Flame really doesn't matter. So let's cut Flame. There we go. That's a janky deck. I'm excited that I was able to draft that. Even if we're not going to do well. We're going to add some basics into this. 12-5. That's probably correct, isn't it? I think we can go up to 11-6 just because so much of our cards are artifacts, right? 10-7 feels slightly iffy because we really want blue on turn 2. And on turn 3 for that matter. Red, turn 3 would be great. Turn 4 starts to become a little bit less likely to be important. Turn 5 is where it's really starting to become important. So I think we'll go with an 11-6 split here. And let's try to be artifacty. I'll see you guys in a split second for round 1. Alright, here we are for round 1. I haven't thought. Our opponent's mauled. We're keeping this for sure. We got turn 2 Runner, turn 3 Power Stone or Lance or whatever to start getting an unblockable. Keep. I haven't thought about if this is a draw or play deck. It's probably a play deck. I'm not 100% on that. Forest, no Llanowar Elves. Best turn 1 play I want to see for a green deck. Forest, Elf. Ooh, nothing you say. Alright. Relic Runner. Go ahead. So we can actually drop this Power Stone Shard. Opponent's on 3 and nothing. Yeah, so we can drop this Power Stone Shard. We'll have 5 mana, which means Journey Mage will be online. So yeah, let's go Power Stone Shard. Unblockable by their terrifying wall of creatures. Get in for 2. Take him to 18. Mono green. Baloth Gorger. Okay. Frightening. Frightening. Little bit frightening. We can equip the Lance. Get in for 4. And so this race is going okay. And then we can equip it. Bash in for 4, take him to 14. We're going to go to 16, but that's fine because we're going to have Journey Mage online. Did our opponent... Oh, the Icy. The Icy is going to be a problem. I think our opponent might have drafted mono green. Do we have Artifact Hate? We could unwind it. We could unwind in response it. So that's the thing we might have to side in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're a turn away from Academy Drake, so we'll cast that next turn. This turn, we probably just need to bounce that Gorger. Does it come back next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it doesn't come back next turn kicked. Doesn't come back next turn kicked. So we go to combat. They tap our Relic Runner. We were doing good, and then that came down. And now we're probably just dead, but it's going to take a while. So let's drop the Journey Mage. Let's leave up 1 red for a Shivan Fire, I guess. Redrop the Baloth Gorger, sure thing. So they're going to tap the runner. But then they're going to have to start tapping the Drake. So, did we get the Drake down? We could move the Jousting Lance over, drop Shield of the Realm, and then we'll get in for 2, take him to 12. Next turn, drop the Drake. I feel like they're probably not mono green. They've just kind of not done the best in their draws. So let's get the unblockable going. Let's move the Lance over and force the tap of the Journey Mage. Sure. And then we get in for 2, take him to 12. Pass the turn. Next turn, or sorry, actually we should throw this shield up, I guess. Use our mana. Use our mana. So opponent has missed. There we go. They're not mono green. You wouldn't know it from their creatures, though. Hey, another Academy Drake. Well, I guess we go to attacks. They tap something. We don't attack with anything. Then we drop ourselves an Academy Drake. Then we drop ourselves another Academy Drake. Drop ourselves a kicked Drake. Pass the turn. Alright, so those Gorgers are going to be a problem. Our opponent's got cards left in... Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, we're boned. We're boned, eh? Goblin Barrage, we can kill something. We can kill something. It's probably going to be our own Drake. We're just dead, right? Because of stupid frigging Icy Manipulator. This card, guys, this card is a snap first pick. If you ever pass this, you're wrong. Because they tap this, they kill us. We Goblin Barrage that, they tap, tap, kill. We drop a Drake, we Goblin Barrage, they tap, tap. We chump, we die. So we're dead. We're dead every way to Tuesday. Dead every possible way. Cool. That sucked. Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We don't win, is my prediction here. Unwind needs to come in, because we need to counter Bolus's Clutches. We need to counter the other one, Icy Manipulator. Nothing else helps us here, really. Rescue is control, not owned. So we put in Unwind, and we take out... Maybe one of the equipments, or maybe the Sage. They both kind of hurt each other, taking one or the other out, eh? Let's cut... I think the card draw helps us more than a short sword will. Amaranthian Wall, you're an 06? Actually, blocks the Baloths. Blocks them real good. Maybe the wall comes in. And then we like cut a short sword. And we cut... Glider will do some work here. And cut a Sage as well. Let's try this. Let's try this. But we may just not win. Our deck is fun. Our deck is janky. It's not necessarily going to win. Are we a play first? We're probably a play first if we end up the Relic Runner route, right? So let's play first. Okay. This is a bonus draft, not a spiky Saturday. We're not supposed to draw unkeepable, miserable hands. So mull that. Better. Better. Opponent small to 6 as well. I want that third land. So we're going to keep that third land. So we'll drop a Sage of Latnam, and then we'll follow that up with maybe Shield Equip. Maybe Shield Equip. Adventurous Impulse. So they get a creature or a land? What'd you find? I don't think this card's good. 3 cards. It's a very small number of cards. Hinterland Harbor. Sure. Sure thing. Draw our island. Drop a Sage. Pass that turn. Play the harbor. Pass the turn. Cool. Amaranthian Wall. We get to drop a shield. Equip the shield. And bash in for 1. Take it. What you got for 3? Divination. Sure. Antiquities War. Well, now we're boned. Thanks, mana. Thanks deck. We pretty super desperately want to get to 4 mana, eh? So what happens? We sack the shield, we draw a land, we play Antiquities War, we go and get an artifact. Next turn we drop 1 artifact. That's less than ideal. So we drop an Urza's Tome. And we bash in for 1 and pass the turn. So this prevents 2 damage. So this still just dies to a Baloth. Baloth on demand. 4/4s for 4 are pretty good. Boy, we can't get that land, eh? Just not allowed. Oh, this feels so bad. This feels so bad. Let's drop the Lance, I guess, and pass the turn, I guess. So 5/5. 5/5s. Opponent's gonna have chump blockers for days. So, like, if we hit a land, we could at least Antiquities War dig. Next turn, Amaranthian Wall. The Amaranthian Wall can't attack. Gotta remember that. Yep. Of course. Of course. Alright, so we're gonna get to Antiquities War here. I guess there's that. Let's Antiquities War, shall we? What do we find? Literal stone nothing and also a bomb. That sucks. That sucks. Alright, so we pass the turn. At least on the Antiquities War turn, we can probably also cast a Skizix. Tapped my Sage. So next turn, if we don't hit anything good, we cast Amaranthine Wall, and then we probably sack it to draw a card, because it's going to be a 5/5 defender, which is bad. Voldalian Arcanist, sure. You got it. For me. Got Ford. What do we get? It's a mountain. And we dig for a Power Stone Shard. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6. Okay. Okay. So we drop the Power Stone Shard. And then on their turn, we do get to draw a card with Urza's Tome. So we've got that. We've got 20 power that's going to swing at them. Actually, 25 power. They don't know about the Skizix. They're going to tap my Sage. Sure, that's fine. We are not going to sack one of these artifacts that are going to be valuable next turn. So we'll loot, potentially throwing away the Amaranthine Wall if we draw something better. I don't know what better we would have. I guess Fiery Intervention actually kills the Manipulator, eh? You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not allowed to have fun with Magic. It is not allowed. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Let's loot. Land. We're going to throw that land away. Another land. We're at 8, you say. 8. So we could kick Skizix. Sure. Let's kick Skizix. Skizix kicked. And then get in for 5. In for 5. Take him to 13. Stupid Icy Manipulator. I love formats that have it. I love it. I love playing with it. Feels miserable to play against. Leagues are probably gonna cause some problems with this because in a draft pod you would only expect to ever see one, and in leagues you'll play against them every round. But you can't do anything about that. Baloth Gorger number 2. Sure, we're gonna die to vanilla 4/4s over and over and over. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we actually get Amaranthine Wall and Adeliz. And then he just, ooh, throwing stuff. He just taps Adeliz. Or taps whatever, I don't care. We are going to go to combat and they're going to tap Skizix. Is my assumption. Skizix tapped, sure. So we're going to drop the wall. And then I guess we can flash in Adeliz for a surprise block. Sure, let's go surprise block, I guess. Tap the wall, sure. In and in. Oh, we're not dead. We do have to double block. She doesn't have flash, she has flying and haste. I thought she had flash because there's like fire and lightning, but no, she flies because wizards. Yup. That sucked a lot. Opponent's deck was, yeah, stompy. And our deck did not draw well, so 0-1 to start. That's unfortunate. I didn't have high hopes for this deck, but I had fun hopes for this deck, and then Icy Manipulator said no. So we're going to go on to match 2, and hopefully not face Icy Manipulator again. Alright, here we are for match 2, and we've got that old Spiky Saturday special of one lander. We can cast something, And then if we draw anything, we can cast something else. And if we draw an island, we can cast that. Yeah, like, this is just flat out not a keep. We need so much to go right here. We do have a lot of islands, though. People are going to yell at me if I don't. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. I don't think I should have, though. So we're going to drop a short sword and then pass the turn 7 turns in a row, is my prediction. Plains. 1 drop. No 1 drop. Hey, everything is fine. We always had it. What are you talking about, chat? We're good. That was 100% a keep. What you got? Knight of Malice. Yuck. Yuck. Well, time for Sage. Time for the Sage. And then if we hit a land, we probably just Power Stone Shard. But this Knight of Malice in a black-white deck is going to wreck us really fast. Really fast. We'll have to see how it goes. I'm not super sold on this being a slow format. It's a high power format, which of course leads itself to there being really slow, grindy, powerful decks, but it also leads to there being extraordinarily fast starts. But in a different way than oops, I barfed my hand out, it becomes a little bit more oops, I've got really powerful spells. Well, that's a problem. We are going to need to sack that sword and try to find a land. Found the land. So then what? Are we on Power Stone Shard? Take 5. Joyra. Take 5. Start drawing cards. Ugh. I mean, I think we have to be, because we have to draw the almost non-existent removal that we have. Which again, I think this format is going to be heavily dictated by who got the removal. Did you? Cool. You're going to do well. If you didn't, sorry for your 14 bucks. Or I guess 12 bucks now. Is it 12 bucks? It's however much the drafts cost these days. Short sword. We're going to take 6. Nope, we're not going to take 6. But why? Alright, 9 damage in 2 attacks on turn 4. Pretty dece. Pretty dece. Okay. So we can start drawing cards. What happens to these? Lifelink, first strike, flying. Hurrah! Yeah, let's drop Joyra, I guess. We could potentially drop the Tome and flash in Adelies to chump for a turn. Because even if we drop Joyra, we don't get to draw and play Fiery Intervention. Yeah, I think it's turn 4 and we're dead. I think it's turn 4 and we're dead. We should have played the Urza's Tome there. I think it was turn 5 and we are... Well, turn 4 we were dead. It's just going to be turn 6 where it actually happens. Oh, they lose their white permanent. Ha 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 ha. Play another one. Might have to sack this Power Stone Shard as well. Alright. She doesn't have flash! She doesn't have flash! Holy crap! She has flying and haste, which almost looks like flash if you push the two stupid words together. Let's block. Let's draw a card. She doesn't have flash. She doesn't have flash. She doesn't have flash. Land, sure. Fiery intervention. So we can drop Adelies without flash. Chump block for a turn. Drop her. Drop the tome. Pass the turn. Yeah, no, this is a... it's a high power format. So you can't just assume that you get to live to turn 5 or 6. Because you may just be dead. Well, let's chump and not die. Let's chump and not die. Because you really have to respect there's a lot of first strike at common and uncommon, and stuff that gives first strike, and that tends to lead to a very fast format. I think Ether Revolt with what's his face, Ether Charger Sprinter, the red one that had first strike for 2 at common. It was really good. It was really, really good. So we need 2 blockers somehow. And I don't see how we do that. 1, 2, we got 4, we got 6 mana. We could loot. Exiling Power Stone Shard. Hey, we're dead. Alright, alright, game 2. Game 2. We have to not die that fast. That is the only way we pull this off. So, wall, cut a sword, back in. She doesn't have flash. She has flying haste. All the letters of flash are in there. But there's more letters. So let's remember that, shall we? I would love to play first. Thanks for ass, King. No. Like, what's the dream? We draw a short sword. Or no, we play a land. We play a land, we drop the tome. We play a land, we drop another artifact. Maybe even Jousting Lance short sword. We drop the war. It's so bad. Because we don't get to cast that first artifact until the next turn. I really want to do it, but I'm not. We did the stupid keep already this game. Yeah, there we go. That is my Magic Online luck in a nutshell. We're going to have to mull that for sure. The 6-lander could have been a really stupid keep. This is flat out not a keep. Doesn't matter how dumb you are. You could be the dumbest person ever and you wouldn't keep this. And we're not the dumbest person ever. We're just the unluckiest. I guess we get a Relic Runner. Joyra is not getting cast. Bye. Well, I don't think we're winning this one either, unfortunately. A 1-drop? Please? Cool. Continue passing the turn, please. Don't play with my emotions like this. 1-drop? No 1-drop. No 1-drop. Alright. We get the mountain that could have cast Joyra. Tier. Please no Knight of Malice. Just as worse. Just as worse. Sage of Latnam. Pass the turn. I will trade Unicorn for Runner. I will. We are so out of cards already. That Mull to 5 was killer. Pegasus, sure. Sure. Coulda had a Joyra. Coulda had a Joyra. We will bash in 4-2. Well, Zahid on top would be nice. Zahid on top would be nice, but this person I would predict has 7 removal. 7 sounds like a number that white-black would have. White-black removal is ludicrous in this set. You've got Eviscerate, you've got Vicious, whatchamacallit, Offering, you've got Fungal Infection, you've got Blessed Light, you've got Sealed Away, you've got probably the best combat tricks too, with Adamant Will and Blessing of Bells and Lock. Yeah, that is our opponent saying, hey, get boned. Get boned. Well, if we draw a land, I think we just kill the Courser, which feels less than ideal. But we don't. We get a short sword instead. We're not winning any sort of race here. Not with that lifelink. So I think we're probably just sacrificing that sword and seeing what we can find with it. So let's bash in for 2, take him to 20. And let's sack that sword, see what we find. If it's a land, we get to play it. If it's a Jousting Lance, I guess we get to play it. Pass the turn. That lifelink is killer. Get me good. Well, no, we Fiery Intervention the Unicorn because it's still targetable. Don't Sarah Angel, please. Thank you. But this is what? Blessed Light being held up? Joke's on you. I don't have anything worth casting that on. Let's draw a card, shall we? Is it a land? Is it a land? It is. One time. Can I do it? Or do you have Adamant Will? Show me the Adamant Will and I click concede game. Boop. Alright, we're 0-2. That means we're out of prizes. I'm going to do this last match though, just to see how it goes. So see you for match 3. And here we are for game 3. We won game 1. Got there, I guess. Our opponent didn't like their 7 and just snap conceded. Hey, look, the deck's gonna do what the deck is supposed to do. Let's keep that. I guess our opponent got a game loss or something. White, sure. Let's drop a short sword. We got Zahid on 4. We got Zahid on 4. White, black again. Jousting Lance. Sure, you got it. You got it, my friend. Sage of Latnam. Guardians even gets back Zahid if he dies via Eviscerate, but not by Blessed Light. Deathbloom. Sure. Well, we're going to drop an Urza's Tome, and we're going to throw a sword on the Sage. The next turn we get Zahid. Hey, Ariel. So we're gonna fiery intervention the hell out of her next turn after Zahid is down. Sure. I will take 3. Can't stop me. We are going to tap the short sword. Play Zahid. Pass the turn. And eat removal. Show me it. Eviscerate. Eviscerate? Eviscerate. Eviscerate. Eviscerate? Untap. Not eviscerate yet. But soon. Maybe they're just equipping the lance here. Equip it to aerial and get in for 6. Seems good. It's what I would do. Skittering Surveyor. Oh, okay. I don't even care. So, no attacks? No creating a knight? Sure. This is all okay with me. Ariel's going to go down right here, right now. Get rid of her. And let's fly in for 5. Take them to 15. They're down to 2 cards. And they Skittering Surveyored for a land of their own color. Not even splashing. Intriguing. So next turn we might throw the sword over on Zahid just to speed things up by a point of damage. You're going to dub the knight? Sure. That's fine. Do I want to take 7? Probably fine taking 7, so let's take 7. We are going to have chump blockers, so let's move the sword over to Zahid. Let's bash in the air for 6, take him down to 9. Drop a Relic Runner who's probably going to chump block. And then we could actually trigger Urza's Tome, sack Urza's Tome, exile Urza's Tome, draw 2 cards. That sounds pretty okay to me, if I say so myself. So you're coming in for a bunch. So we're going to chump the 4/4. I'm 1 point of damage short, eh? 1 point of damage short. So I guess we just chump the Death Bloom. Which is going to put us 3 points of damage short. So we pay this. Sorry, let's hold control because we're going to hold priority here. We pay this. We sack the Tome. We draw a card. Hey! We draw a card. We exile the Tome. Cool. So Skizzix is going to get in for actually no damage, unfortunately. So we didn't quite do it there. So if Guardians blocks that, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still live. We still live. Guardians doesn't bring anything back, unfortunately. But what if we short sword it? 6, 2, 4, 5. That's still 1 point of damage. So that's still only 6 damage. So yeah, we bash in the air for 6. Or actually, hold up. If they Jousting Lance one of these, we only get to block that, and we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We still live. We still live. We basically have to have them not have a combat trick. Take them to 3. Drop the Guardians. Time is it? I've got time. Oh, it goes... I was thinking it was graveyard. I thought they were like going and digging up the artifact. Yeah, I don't want to return anything to hand. You crazy? That's crazy talk. Short sword. But no, don't do it. I guess we technically could recast and re-equip, but we've got the mana. We've got the technology. Let's move the sword over to Guardians of Koilos. Pass the turn. Show me a pump spell. Show me removal. Alright, they're going to go the show me a pump spell route. 2, 4, 5, 6. Adamant Will doesn't do it. Adamant Will Blessing of Belzenlock does it. Boy, does it do's it. They've pushed the cards forward. They have not turned them sideways. There we go. Yeah, we're going to block the 4/4. And we're going to hit F6 and see what happens. I see. So your plan is the Weatherlight. So you have one blocker. Or you have two blockers, and we win! It wasn't an exciting match, unfortunately, because of our opponent Snap conceding for some reason. But yeah, the deck could have been fun. I think this format has fun police decks. You saw some of them there. The power is definitely there. You have to respect it. If we had gotten the Antiquities or Pack 1, I think we probably could have built more. We took some stupid decisions there. But it was fun. I'm super enjoying the set. I'm super enjoying the cards, the fun of it. Yeah, I'm going to stream a little bit later today. In fact, I'll probably be streaming after this goes up, before this goes up at some point. I'll be streaming another night this week, most likely. Spiky Saturdays, etc. They're all going to come up, and hopefully we're going to draft my box of Dominaria sitting there in the background at some point in the next couple of weeks. So, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. You can find me on Twitter at the Mana Leek. That's L-E-E-K, like the vegetable, not the card. You can find me at facebook.com/ManaLeek, twitch.tv/ManaLeek, and patreon.com/ManaLeek. Like the content, click that thumbs up button, click subscribe if you want to see more, and if you do have questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.